So,
No, he's not.
Now we're all in the
you
chat.
just happened to say it at that time.
You just had good.
Okay, I thought it was just
Oh, hi.
He
creepy.
just got you.
Oh, hi. Oh, hi?
There we go.
Internet?
Howdy, howdy.
Oh, hi.
It is the internet. They're
my.
waiting for us.
The
Oh,
internet's always waiting
Alright.
for you.
oh, you know what we haven't done, and it seems to have been okay. Could you, starting with Bruce, we're just gonna do a mic check. Say some words.
Words, all the words. I don't know what I'm doing here. Just having a good time.
Perfect.
Words.
Talk.
Words, things, levels, things and stuff. More things and stuff. Things and
That's probably fine. I'm gonna turn you up a little bit.
we.
No, I can't turn you up a little bit. You're gonna have to either move your mic a little closer or speak up a little.
I can do this.
Delightful.
That would be a little easier.
Oh, now he has the
Oh.
radio. voice.
Oh no!
He's got his Batman voice.
Matt.
Don't make me do that.
When I was a little boy,
Beautiful.
I
Perfect. Your first word maxed out where the Discord levels are. Okay, all right. Seamus.
When I was a young warthog.
I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it.
Wallace.
I really want
Call me Mr. Pig.
Hold on, I had it. When he was a young warthog.
Perfect. Wonderful.
Sorry, I had to.
We're doing so well already tonight.
Yep.
Aw.
All right, friends. At the start of our session,
Romans, countrymen.
there are a few things that we do. As usual, if you have less luck marked on your sheet than your Spitfire score, you can mark up to your luck, or up to your Spitfire on your luck. And then, Doctor, you have a roll to make at the beginning of our session. You don't have to immediately spend your hold, but we should find out how much you get.
I truly love how the luck mechanic at the beginning of a thing evens out to 0 for me.
You're just that lucky.
Yeah, what
I
what
took
luck?
luck at the end of the
Whose
last
luck?
one.
Woo!
All right.
Well.
Delightful. That means good things for you.
Well,
To hold?
if that's what you want to call it.
That means exciting things for your companion?
Let's see.
That's the word.
I think we're gonna have crew space soon.
Explosives.
Black powder?
I dropped my book.
See, that's sleeping
Black powder?
gas. Yes, I can get explosives.
Oh yeah.
Explosions?
You know who's
Let's
excited
see.
about that?
I need to replace my poison.
All right. So what do we remember from where we left off last time?
We killed a giant worm thing and took its teeth
Mhm.
for hounds.
And its heart.
That's right.
And gave it to the ship. Part of the ship, part of the crew.
Part of the ship, part of the crew, part of the I am impassioned because I called upon the sea to help us out.
And
in
she
our
was
time of
very
need.
powerful and did very
Yes,
big water things for you.
Yep. And,
That made it worse.
And the deck's really sticky now.
Yes.
He was getting
No,
dick
it's not.
splinters.
No. No, it's not right.
So I think then we are in a really interesting spot as we approach the island on the horizon. There are a couple of things to keep in mind. This is our island on the horizon here. For you guys, that's here. This one. Some things have happened. There's obviously a large monster attack that you guys have managed to fend off. But I would like to draw attention in this moment to Inigo, who has experienced a couple of new things. He's been sailing with this crew for a short while. The newest crewmate on the ship. You had not, prior to this, experienced your captain catching on fire, having flaming specters, or the magical glow of his eyes. It was surprising enough to you that you attempted to rescue him from himself, to your own detriment. Additionally, there is a large humanoid monster fighting amongst your crew this evening, as the moon glows across the water. Everybody
Still
seems
there.
to have recognized him. Nobody seems to be panicking. But this is entirely new to you. This extra. Well, actually, why don't you tell us a little bit about what that looks like? Are you taller? Are you larger in bulk? Do you simply have tentacles now? What's
whole skin change color. I think it's set on like a purple. Full squid head. Yep. The tattoo is still there and present. He is notably like still wielding the same axe that he's had the whole time, and it's the only one that looks like that on the ship. So who it is probably pretty obvious once you get past the whole. But yeah, the picture pretty much sums it up pretty good. He's not like really that much bigger, I would say. Maybe he did get, I would say maybe like taller.
okay? So you have this to contend with, and also Inigo again. As we've just said, probably easy enough to piece this together, but I would certainly say it's still a surprise, if not a shock. And as the dust settles, the water calms around you. No longer are you being drawn down into a whirlpool, nor battling a Leviathan. You look out across the deck, damaged, burnt in a number of places, and are left to deal with whatever emotions you've experienced given these surprises. I believe the doctor has tended to everyone's wounds already. To mixed success.
I was
Yes.
I was the last one, and we had success with that. I have marked it all away, so
Yes.
I would have been the most difficult, considering.
I surprisingly did not get hurt during that battle.
You shoot things.
I did.
Shoot things. Well, I mean, not for lack of Inigo trying to help. It almost ended badly for you, but you were you were even out of his range, and so it worked out. The dust settles, a sort of quiet falls across the ship as everybody begins to work on their tasks, reconnecting rigging, re-securing things that have been washed across by the heave of water and the tossing of the ship side to side. The repairs that can be made on the upper decks and lower decks from the inside are being done. And around you stands Are you still on fire, Nar?
No. I think I've put myself out at this point.
Okay. By your captain, who looks unharmed, despite having been on fire. A companion, now a monster of the deep. And the doctor and the gunslinger, who are tending to things perhaps much as usual.
I'm making myself available for anybody who's hurt.
I'm helping rearm and fix the cannons. Yeah, the
Oops.
one you ripped up.
Oops.
What is Inigo feeling? What is he thinking? What's happening in his mind as he has finally his first moment of calm outside of this battle to assess what's going on and what he's seen?
Inigo, as he gets up and from having been horizontal for I don't even remember what, but he gets up and he just goes directly to the captain with a look of confusion and horror. And he says, Captain, what? Can I speak to you?
I guess. I mean, you
Cray is
are.
probably looming behind you.
Yeah, he looks like a loomer.
You just.
What do
he
you
goes
want,
pale.
Tostino?
Hold on, I have to add that to the list.
No,
Oh.
add it to the list now. Answer.
I have to remember that. Anyways, Captain, you were on fire,
It happens.
and he looks is
The
crazy.
doctor chimes in. I wish I wouldn't happen so much.
Or on the wooden ship.
It's wet. It's fine. The wood's
Is-
damp.
Is Cray's tattoo like visible at this?
Oh, very
junction?
much.
And he looks at Cray and says, "Wait, Cray, is that you?"
It doesn't talk. You don't know if it can.
Yes,
It just stares at you.
that is my brother. Did you think by the look of this ship that it was just going to be your normal merchant vessel? We have a beating heart in the hull.
Well, no, I didn't expect it to be a normal merchant vessel by any stretch of the imagination. We took on a seriously giant sea creature. And I pissed off the sea, I think. I don't know.
Wait,
Nor can still hear my thoughts, right?
Wait. Hold on. Let's not skip past that. Wait, what? You pissed off the sea itself.
To be
Well-
fair, I think I can speak telepathically to you, but I don't know that I can telepathically hear you. I don't know if
That's
that
fair.
goes both
Okay.
ways.
I don't imagine
Okay.
it does.
Then this makes it even better.
Great.
Yeah. So I'll get back to the sea thing in a second. I'm just trying to get my bearings on.
No. Let's not go past that. You pissed off this. You're on a boat
Uh
in the middle of the sea,
huh.
and you pissed off the sea.
Cray just kind of leans in a little bit.
How does one piss off the sea, Tostino?
Carefully. We used to be a thing, and then, well, I may have prayed to the sea just now to bring out assistance.
This is
to make
literally
sure
what
we
Nathaniel's
keep everything
doing.
up.
Cap, literally, like I said when he first got out of the boat, just let me shoot him, and we can be done with this.
It's complicated.
Okay. Can we circle back to used to what with the sea?
I used to be an item with the sea, the goddess of the sea.
Okay.
Lady Isabel, if you will.
So
Yeah.
how does one of
Cray leans in and like kind of
You-
squints at you like he doesn't believe you and he's trying to assess you.
how does someone like
Like me
all of this
get such a
deal
wonderful
with
lady of
this
the sea herself?
deal with the sea? Yeah.
I
Well-
can't wait to hear this.
My brother and I, as you may know, grew up on
Your
an
brother
island,
was
and
involved?
it just so happened. No, my brother was not involved.
It's that kind of
But-
family, I see.
No. That island just so happened to house a very powerful artifact that we could use to commune with the goddess of the sea, Lady Isabel. And, well, after some time, she and I grew very close and fond of one another until that artifact was stolen from the island. And so she's understandably royally pissed off at me.
Did you steal it?
No, I did not steal it. I let
Okay.
it be stolen, unfortunately.
I have questions.
Okay,
Okay.
so is that what the rogue waves were that we dealt with? I'm assuming.
That's my guess, yeah.
Okay. I'll put it to you very plainly. If you capsize my ship, we're going to have an issue. I'll let Skane shoot you at least twice, maybe 3 times. I haven't decided.
Oh, I have a lot of guns, Cap.
I wasn't exactly very specific with my ask for the assistance in such a way that it wouldn't have. The rogue waves were an unexpected effect of my prayers, but it got us to a place we could defeat the creature. But I will make sure that I do not put the ship in further danger, Captain. Apologies. Yes, Doctor?
Now, I mean this with all due sincerity. I already watched you talk to a woman. How did you deal with the sea?
Why do you think I'm so awkward in the first place? It's
No,
because... No. I was not always so bull in a china shop like.
I feel it. I find that hard to believe. No offense. A goddess chose you.
Uh-huh.
Limited options on the island. Maybe the artifact had
His
special...
brother is right there. And I point to.
I mean,
My brother wasn't also the appointed guardian of the relic. He had no business with that part.
I know. Apparently, he had no business with the goddess of the sea.
Well, not so much that.
The doctor then walks the edge of the boat, looks down at the sea, and goes, "Me, no offense, but come on."
You have a coin?
Uh-oh.
You have a coin, don't you?
Uh-oh.
I do.
Uh-oh.
Flip a coin,
oh,
my dear.
no.
Can we not continue to anger the sea?
Listen,
try
that
not
was
to.
straight up antagonizing.
Good. Yay. Blue. Good.
Blue good? Alright. As you look out over the water and make this comment, a couple of things happen. The waves that typically cast across the ship grow a little bit. The rocking, not nearly a capsizing, not simply a response, a change comes across the water. It's a little less steady than it was before, a little more of a violent wave. Not enough to cause any concern, but you're certain that you've spoken to a goddess in this moment, whether intentionally or not, and she is listening. And through those waves, in response, there, deep in the water, is a small shape that you can see, dark, far away, that simply passes beneath, and then sinks back deep enough where you can no longer see it.
I'm not trying to offend you. I don't understand.
Doc,
But
shut
you do
up.
you.
Doc, shut up. And Skane's just walking back to the cannons like, if Doc's not going to get us killed, Totino's going to get us killed. God damn it.
Inigo just folds his arm and looks at the doctor like,
I'm gonna
"No."
walk over to the edge of the ship too, where the doctor's at.
Oh. No, Cap's going to get us killed.
Let's just stop talking to her.
I'm gonna lean over very like a good distance where I've got kind of my arms hanging over the side, my legs are kind of hooked into the side of the ship, and I'm gonna go, "It seems you're listening. I'll help your boy here get your idol back, but don't capsize my ship."
They're, again, the waves, simply choppier than they were before, rise a bit higher. Again, we're not talking gigantic tsunami-style waves, but the water's become a bit more rough in response. The ship sort of dropping as each hits. And when you say that you will return her item, her idol, her item that has gone missing. They slow. They lower. And rather than cutting through waves now, kind of dropping as your ship moves, you find that there is a bit more speed to your movement, headed towards the isle. Perhaps
We agree with one another.
gratitude.
Yes, and
Wasn't trying to insult you. I didn't
can have it.
understand. I apologize.
Like a large splash comes up and it just like mostly gets you wet. It washes across the deck.
That's fair. It's fair.
I'm just staring at Cray, just like.
That's fair.
He shakes his head.
That's all. That's all. It's fair.
Just talking to himself as he goes down to his bunk. Save the fucking ship, and they're trying to destroy it. I need to go away from you people.
I turn from where I'm at on the deck and kind of face the rest of the crew and the nameless ones, as I'll refer to them, and I go, "We've survived, but if you choose to get off at the next port, which is right over there, I believe, I don't blame you, and we could use the bunk space. So, take this as your warning. It doesn't get easier from here."
I stick my head up from underneath the deck. Yeah, that was a baby.
There are amongst your crew, as you know, there are some who have names, and some who do not. All of the ones who you know, right? The Siegfried, Lucas, the quartermaster, things like that, are hearty enough in their response to you, as sort of expected. Amongst the others, there are a few who perhaps look a little nervous, like they are considering your words carefully. But there is no other very obvious signs of decisions being made. There isn't, though, a small change as a voice from below decks begins to emerge, followed very quickly by the owner of said voice, Shale. And she says, "Well, Captain, if that's what we should be expecting on this ship, then I think I should tell you now that I'm a bit versed in small repairs, carpentry, the kinds of things that will help us get across until the next port, although it doesn't," and she looks out across the water, "seem too far off now. If that's acceptable, of course, I would help with that."
By all means, Shale. Feel free to pick up a hammer, a chisel, and do whatever it is you need to do. I do intend to keep our agreement and get you to where you would like to go. But again, as I've said to the crew, it's not going to get easier from here. So, if you're uncomfortable with my ship being the one to ferry you all the way, we're happy to get you off here.
Actually, I've been speaking to Vivian, and I think rather than turn tail, if there were someone here who might teach me to fight, so I could perhaps be helpful should something like this occur again, I would lean that way rather than to giving up so easily. I don't mean to presume, of course.
Well, Shale, it sounds to me like you might be looking to become a permanent member of this crew, at least for a considerable stretch of time. What are you proficient with? I've got gunslingers and axe wielders. Some with small arms, and now Flamingo over here. I'll let you choose your teacher.
Well, I've never been much for guns, but my father had a cutlass and a... The name escapes me as your fates. It's the pointy one. Saber for fencing.
Rapier?
Yeah, sure, certainly.
Rapier.
A rapier, yes. Thanks, brain's hard. Only a little training, really competition style. I don't know if it...
Well, as much as I'm not opposed to the extra hands on deck. In entering this sort of contract, this sort of agreement with myself, we'd have to iron out the details, but I wouldn't be as able to maintain your safety should you choose to be part of the crew, so to speak. Now, I'm not one to tell you what you do want to do or don't want to do. I agreed to ferry you to a destination to the best of my abilities, as safe as I can make it. If you'd like to alter the terms of your agreement, I'm willing to do so. But I can't let you train or assist or be part of this up here while our contract, our agreement remains what it is. I would not be the captain of my word.
I understand. Well, if working on repairs for now does not violate our terms, I think I will consider what you've said.
I believe that that is acceptable in the parameters of our agreement. Should you change your mind, I'll be around.
She nods her head to you, seems to look about until she finds some tools and disappears back below deck, unless anybody else would stop her before she does. And there's another hammer you hear now working below decks, making small repairs.
Somebody check on the cartographer. I can't remember what chronicler. Somebody check on the chronicler, please. Make sure he's okay and has survived that battle. Actually, you know what? Thank you. You were who I was looking at.
Craig kind of makes this "aww" noise.
I think you'd scare him.
His eyes get wider and he nods.
The sun, sorry, not the sun. The moon is getting low in the sky. You are beginning to see the lightning of daylight coming over the horizon out on the ocean. It's quite the sight. Cray, you're familiar with the change. You know that when oh my gosh, incredible. You know that when the sun falls beneath the horizon, God, the moon, I swear, I can words. When the moon falls beneath the horizon, that the power...
Yeah, you had a 50-50 shot.
Wait, I know, right? And I missed twice. That you will return to your other form, your true form, your preferred shape. And that time is coming. This change that you experienced was different. It was more violent and painful than before. There were clearly things happening. So you're optimistic that, as always, when the moon disappears and the sun becomes the more powerful being in the sky, that you'll return to normal? But there's a bit of a question this time, isn't there? It's certainly not normal.
He would probably head back down to the heart chamber where he normally hangs out. When that sort of thing goes on, got a stash of clothes and stuff down there. So hopefully see if it goes like normal and just be away from people when it happens so he doesn't traumatize them even more.
A couple of things happen when you return to the belly of the ship. The beating heart there, the boom, 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 continues on. It's louder than usual. It's a little bit faster than usual. And
Good.
it seems to welcome you differently. It's been ambivalent before. You're not the captain, you made no offering, although you understand what was done when you joined with your brother. And things have gone on, things have changed. You're familiar with some of the shifting that's happened since you've joined the ship. There is clearly a tension now, different than before, as you enter this room. The thudding pulse of the heart, louder, more encompassing of the space, but not frightening, not intimidating, very much a grander welcome. Why?
Neat.
But you are comfortable there. It is easy enough to find, and you are mostly alone, unless somebody else should say otherwise. We've
Just
sent
hang out down there until he changes back.
We've sent Inigo down to check on Owen, the chronicler. Is anybody else doing anything, or would anybody else like to address anything before we turn to that?
I need to talk to the doctor.
Okay.
Nathaniel,
Yes.
when we set sail, I've been meaning to bring this up, but it seems I've been distracted by one thing or the other. Before my brother and I joined the ship, when Calypso was captain, there was an old woman. She was kind of ragged. I only got a brief idea of what she might look like. Does that ring any bells? Somebody that Calypso might have wanted off the ship or abandoned in some way.
Does that sound familiar, Face?
Oh no, all the notes.
All the notes.
It's hitting
Okay.
you too.
I've already
It's
got
alright.
I've got the right place. You recently had some discoveries there in our DMs, the place where things go to hide. You recently have had some discoveries about things happening on the ship. Is that correct? Some research you've sort of
Yes.
been doing in the background.
Yes.
Yes, I do believe that it all ties together.
What do you have? That's Eclipse notes. This is dumb. Hey guys, I've made you each a personal file section in the Discord, which is where I'll be doing these things from now on.
That's
Okay.
fair.
Oh, you did.
Here. We're professionals. We're good at this.
I'm so good at this.
It's always fun.
You learn things.
glad it's
Where
not
are the
me.
things you learned?
Boom.
Do you have it? Do you have the thing I said to you?
Yep.
Great. Delightful.
Delightful.
Yeah, there were whispers of
Yeah. Okay.
yeah, that's the one. I thought that was what you knew. So
Okay.
you're vaguely familiar. Yes, it sounds like something you know about.
Sorry, I'm rereading. It's been a little bit since I've read this. I remember the carpenter. I don't know anything about an old woman.
Certainly helping with repairs and things down in the ship belly.
I do recall you mentioning the carpenter.
Yeah. Because they thought he was possessed by a demon.
Skane's been on the boat a while as well. What if he had interacted with? If it's not a gun, I assume that he doesn't know too much about it, but
I would say that that's probably a fair bet.
Unless she was part of the crew for a long time.
fair.
Skane don't talk to the newbies. Ain't worth
Okay.
learning the names. They'll be dead in a year.
Wow, I love that. You could certainly. I think Skane went down to go work on cannons and
Oh.
things, but you could
Yes.
certainly ask.
Do we have a resident carpenter? Do we have somebody that took the place of the one that went mad?
Currently, I think the best you have, as far as
Would probably
that,
be Lucas.
is Lucas. Not particularly a carpenter.
Fair, but he's also been here a while.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm gonna find Lucas actually, if I can.
Okay.
That's probably who I'm arguing with right
Downstairs.
now.
I need more gunpowder.
No.
You don't understand. I had to kill the whole. Did you see the things we brought down? I need more gunpowder to refill the cannon.
See the word gunpowder, and Siegfried just skitters out of the
Appears.
wall
You
like a
can't say it
crab.
3 times. If you say it 3 times, he appears.
He appears.
Gunpowder, gunpowder, gunpowder.
Twitching like a crack addict. Did you say black powder?
It's just like that.
He strikes me as a guy that probably snorts black powder too. Like you see him like, oh, it's the
Lucas is just sitting in the door. This is
Just
why I'm
take-
not giving you any more.
I
That
can
right
see-
there is why I have to keep the black powder under
I'm
lock
sure
and
he'd
key in the
be-
back.
This
Fully
is-
like, but no, watch this, and hold up a candle, and then like shoot out a little fireball.
Siegfried, if you
this
don't
is-
get the hell away from my storerooms right now, I swear to
He
God.
runs away.
This is why Nathaniel doesn't tell people he knows.
Fuck.
He doesn't tell people he knows what, because you cut off delightfully there.
that was on
knows how to
purpose.
he knows how to make explosives.
Oh, yeah, that's fair. That's why it's a well-kept secret.
So that's why Lucas is blaming me for the gunpowder.
No.
Bullshit.
Are you could send somebody down to go find Lucas, or you typically would know where to find him if you're going to go journey down, in which case you do come across this scene of Skane, Siegfried, and Lucas having a grand time arguing about black powder.
Well, gentlemen, as fun as this is, I need Lucas for a moment. Siegfried, again, it's bad for you to sniff the black powder. I don't know how many times it needs to be told to you.
Then why does it feel so good?
But he's so twitchy, and it makes it better.
Just when we go into a fight, just don't stand next to me. I'm concerned that if the two of us,
We figure out nuclear fission, just having you two together.
it's
We
like
can
the
do it
fusion
once,
dance
but
from
only
Dragon Ball,
once.
but it's bad. Together we are Atom Bomb.
Are you stepping away with Lucas,
Oh, God.
or simply asking him to speak with you?
Yes, Lucas, I have a question I've actually been mulling over for a time. Before my time as captain, Calypso, is there an old woman that used to work with perhaps the former carpenter, or just an old ragged woman that Calypso wanted off the ship?
Well, Calypso was known to take on lost souls, those down on their luck, regularly, simply. Not unlike this woman you've brought and the chronicler with her. I'm
Seems
not
to
sure.
be something us captains do of this ship, but
It's weird. I don't know why. Are you pirates or are you farriers? Anyways.
I
Do
ferry
you-
people to the other side.
Is there any, anything else you know about her? Maybe worked with the carpenter. That was probably a while ago then. We haven't had a carpenter other than myself in a bit.
Calypso would have. She would have argued with somebody about how she wasn't working out and that they had to get rid of her rather quickly or unceremoniously.
Callisto, or have I told you Calypso in the past?
You've said Calypso, but it can be retconned to Callisto. Again, as I've said,
Callisto.
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 There was a woman once.
To be fair, that might have been me mishearing it because I think I was watching Twisted Metal when we first started this game.
With
So that
fucking
could...
figures.
You know,
That's
fair.
where my mind went.
Yeah, there was a woman once, older. Something happened. I think, and he'll turn and look over at Skane. Do you remember? Something happened and she got real angry afterwards.
Narrows it down.
I mean, I remember when I get really angry after things. I don't know about other people.
No, all right. Well,
You know me, Lucas. I'm not exactly a people person.
I'm shocked to hear you say so. By the way, it's definitely a no on the powder.
Fuck's sake.
No, I do think there was a woman. She poor, even for the kind of person who might seek travel on a pirate ship. Ragged, older, wild. Yeah, actually, I think it was shortly after she joined us that the carpenter went crazy. He went mad. He started attacking other people on the ship.
Oh, I do remember that. I had to shoot at that dude a bunch of times.
Yeah,
Mess
yeah.
with my
See,
cannons.
now, oh, God, if I could just remember more about that woman. Remember people accusing her. It's not a lot that changes on a ship at sea except new visitors.
You thinking a curse, Captain?
I'm thinking that she might have something to do with why the ship's been acting the way it's acting. I think we might need to find her.
If Callisto had a problem with somebody, especially someone she had offered passage to, it's likely she dropped her off somewhere, right? Just kicked her off at the next available port.
Right.
I think if we tracked her down, we might be able to ask about the woman. Otherwise, what are the friendly ports near?
Fates, did Callisto keep any sort of records or anything like that? It's a long shot, I'm aware.
She does not have, yes, there are records of passages she took, things she has captured and things, but not anything that you've seen that has information about this. But you have seen what she has left with you. She did take things with her when she left. Often
Okay.
captains will, their retirement comes with them.
Right. Okay.
So
Well,
I guess the question I would have for like the face of would Skane know anything about this?
I thought it was you that knew things about this.
I've got nothing. I got a picture for me. That's it.
You also, I thought you got whispers. Did you not get whispers? Here, I will send you this. You're supposed to know it.
Oh,
This is different.
Yeah.
This is a thing that I know that you're supposed to know, but it's not necessarily related.
was this the thing we got after the death? Because that was a completely different thing.
No, this was, some of you got downtime pre-game beginning information.
Oh, I did not. All right.
maybe one of the hits that you took from the
Oh.
giant worm made
Knocked
you
ya.
remember.
Cap, I didn't get hit. That was Cray. I know how to dodge.
I thought Tostino ran into you.
No, I hit him, and then he
No, he ran into you.
and then I moved, and he convulsed on the deck, and now it's sticky. This is why I'm downstairs.
It is
And-
not.
Yes, it is.
So I do remember over here in the captain talking with the ship once. So there is a place that they all store their whole, of the treasure, because you can't have it on the ship. None of us are exactly trustworthy. So it's an island, but of course you don't want anybody just finding this island, so it can only be found in a torrential downpour, which is also the dumbest time to be on a ship.
Is
think
this
that's
the Island of the Weird by any chance?
I didn't get the name. I just heard them talking about how they had to get there. That's all I got.
Okay.
I know better
That's-
than to listen into conversations that I don't want to know.
And that's why I like Skane. That and your aim. Those are both.
That's true. Though my aim would be a lot better if I had more black powder.
Yeah, I'll write that down. And he holds up his hand and a fake quill and starts taking notes. The way he often does for real keeping, but
I would
Cap.
think you would have better aim if you would like bore your guns to make it
Cap.
spin better.
Doc, stay in your lane. Cap, you see what I deal with. You know how hard it is for me not to kill Lucas right now?
his metallic eye is doing like full loops in his head, just continuously, just rolling.
I know what that means.
To be fair, Skane, we did survive that last encounter. Maybe we're doing something right.
But I have no
I'm
black
not
powder
saying
for
that
the
you don't
cannons.
get more black powder.
Ha!
We're about to make port. Who knows what we pick up?
All right.
Keep it away from Siegfried.
Maybe call it something different, and then Siegfried will be distracted.
Call it a vegetable. He won't touch it.
Tell him it'll regrow his fingers. See if he runs the other way.
All right. So Skane's gonna go.
Little woman, it'll avoid him.
Different character. Skane's gonna go just get his stuff together to go on to port. Gotta look respectable when you're going on to the ports.
Surely. So up towards the bunks, where you'll undoubtedly run across Inigo and Owen. Were you looking to pursue more information with the doctor before that, Captain?
No, I will just return to where I keep my masks and switch out to my gilded one for port. Because, yes, you want to look presentable when you get to port.
I've made my computer very angry. Is stream still doing fine?
Looks fine.
Right.
Yeah. All the notes have broken it.
It is all the notes. Great, thank you.
So many post-it notes.
There's a whole section of, I'm trying to copy this to send to somebody, and it doesn't exist on my document anymore.
Oh no, it's lost to the ether.
We'll just back out and come back. So as while I work on this to continue that thought, as Skane, as you make your way towards the crew quarters, you hear a couple of things. Whatever it sounds like when Inigo is going to find Owen. Is he hollering? Is he quiet?
Inigo will be hollering for Owen, yeah.
I bet.
Not like full volume, but like maybe 25% louder than normal volume, I guess.
So you hear the calls towards Owen, but also as you get closer to the shared, quarters, you hear some groaning, and then you hear. And as Inigo enters his shared space with Owen, you find him over a bucket, puking his guts out. Clearly not a fan of the rough waters, nor the near capsizing of the ship. Your hammock looks a little wet, too. Don't know what that's about.
Chunkier than normal.
Minor scans.
Yours.
Oh, shit. All
I
right.
think all those jokes about Tostinos was a joke.
Prophetic.
Now it looks like salsa.
Oh, oh.
Oh.
It's not right. It's not right.
I approach Owen and say, not exactly the most seasoned seafarer, are you?
Seasoned? What is that? Please don't talk about food right now.
Right. I'm gonna guess by the mess on my bunk and the mess in this bucket, you
I thought it was
you
my
lived.
bunk.
No, it was mine.
Oh,
was
good.
mine,
Mine's still,
buddy.
still clean.
Yeah, about that. We're switching bunks. Just be aware. I clean that up, please. The next time this happens, you're gonna sleep in it.
Wait, hold on. Can I walk by the door of their quarters really quick?
Surely.
Oh,
Okay.
you stole it from me.
As
Oh.
he says it, I'm gonna go, he's the guest, Flamingo. He gets the clean bunk, and that's it. That's all I want to do as I walk by.
Oh, wait, Cap.
Captain.
Look at the boy trying to be tough. It breaks the heart. Bless your heart, boy. Bless your heart.
I'll clean my bunk then, since you are a guest. All right, how are you holding up otherwise, aside from this?
Is it considered cyberbullying if it's towards a character? Because I feel like this is the second game in which I've tormented Bruce in some way, so...
And I'm just like the little demon on the shoulder, just going, keep doing it. Keep doing it.
I just want you to know, like, Matt, feels bad. Captain doesn't, but...
Yeah. I also
Listen,
feel
having
bad.
experienced real life space with him in other character, I think it's just par for the course. I think he just builds
Fair.
characters that this happens to. I mean,
Yeah, I do build characters like that for some reason or another. They're all just, it works.
And then he piles all that anger together and he throws it at the enemy.
Exactly.
so. Skane, you comment to the captain as he passes on the way again up and towards his things. What are you doing? Anything else in this scene, or simply harassing your crewmate before tending to your own business?
Just harassing the crewmate.
Owen will, still clutching his bucket, sort of look up and say, "I guess I'm okay. Otherwise, do you think we'll make land soon? I think I don't know if maybe it was because I was spending so much time writing, and then like the ship started heaving, and I started heaving, but I got some good progress made on my book. Yeah. I'm
We'll
sure it's
make
been very
plans
comfortable
for
or
it.
something. It's
We'll make land soon, Owen. Have no worries there.
Could you dump this
We
for
should
me?
He just Inigo remembers the captain's words and says, "Sure, I'll dump this for you. You are a guest of the ship, after all."
Thanks, man. The smell's making me sick.
Yeah,
College kid
Inigo's
on board.
honestly, yeah. At this point, so Inigo will pick up the bucket and he'll find some kind of rag or something to wipe all of the rest of the mess of his bunk into the bucket, and he will go and dump the bucket out before going to the doctor, actually, because things and stuff.
As soon as you
actually.
leave the small corner where your bunk and Owen's bunk are, you hear him heave again. This splattering sounds.
All right. So after I go and dump the bucket of nasty, I will go to the doctor, and say, "Hey doctor, do you have a moment to see me?"
Done.
Done?
Yeah, I saw you. See?
No,
For a moment.
oh,
What?
very little. I have a small infected wound I was hoping you could treat.
Dick
What
splinters. They'll do that.
kind of infection? Okay. Okay. First of all, where did you get the wound?
Actually, that was a good question. Was it on my hands, Fates? Was the wound from when I was trying to put out the fire on the captain?
He healed you first
Yes.
and it went badly, right? That's why you got the infection.
Yes.
So yeah, it's essentially, the burn. I thought it was on your face.
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
Oh,
From
yeah,
trying to
somebody
put
fixed
out
it.
the captain.
Okay.
So I can see what's going on, but you need to give it a day so we can figure out what's going on.
Okay.
I don't want to break any pustules and make it worse before it gets better.
Yeah, that
give
blistering
it
is a real problem, but we can't fix it yet.
Okay.
So-
okay. I couldn't remember the timeline on that, but yeah. Okay.
He's making shit up. So we need to give it a day, let your body heal underneath what's going on, and then we can possibly do something about the blisters and the pustule.
Cocaine about it. Do some cocaine about it tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll do some cocaine. It's fun.
I'm a small island boy. I don't know what cocaine is.
It's
But,
a medicinal herb. It comes from the.
It's a plant-based remedy.
Right.
It's a detoxifier, numbing agent, and relaxer all in one.
Okay. Sure.
That's literally what it is. It's
No,
also a highly. We're not mentioning.
Inigo's just confused. Like the player knows these things to be
Okay.
accurate, but Inigo's like, sure. Like he has no concept.
That's fine.
About the only thing he might know is probably, and it's even debatable if he knows about pot, but
That does seem
Is-
more likely on an island.
Opium is more of a thing.
More of a thing overall. True.
Yeah.
Drug of the time.
Yes.
The
okay.
mechanical fact of that is that the doctor's going to have to choose to fix that for you, and it has some consequences for him. So that's at your discretion, Doc. Sounds like he's
Yeah.
gonna have to wait, and you know what? That's fine.
Alright.
We'll have to give it a day, and then I'll look at you tomorrow.
Okay.
Down in the belly of the ship, you feel the call of the moon beginning to fade. Light begins to rise. It's very much daybreak as you approach the island. And at first, nothing happens.
Uh-oh.
But after a few very agonizingly long minutes, slowly, the tentacles, the amphibious skin, the slime that coats you begins to fade, withdrawing back into your human guise. And you find yourself again.
Bleh. Bleh. Hmm. Oh, neat. He'll spend time cleaning his ass off after that gross process, I'm sure. And eventually get dressed, rejoin everybody.
Earlier, the heart seemed to greet you. While you were down there and your companions spoke, you sensed interest in it, being so close to it, sharing a room. There was attention given to something that was happening on the ship. While you weren't present to know what it was, down there you do know there's some sort of excitement the ship felt. And you're welcome to share that, act upon that, or keep it in your pocket for later.
Question on that. Since he's changed back to a normal looking person, mostly, has that excitement or attention lessened, or is it still about the same?
It is still about the same.
Okay.
I don't
Probably
know.
the first thing you'd
Go ahead.
go up and do is like find find his brother and like mention that as now that he's back to normal. It's like, hey, the ship's worked up about something.
Yeah, I think I might have an idea as to what's causing the issues that the ship's going through.
Oh yeah.
Give it enough time, I'll figure it out, but sooner is probably better than later.
Probably.
How you feeling? It looked like a rough one.
Worse than usual.
Sore as shit. Yep. That was I think that was half moon, half Dagon fault. So yeah, we'll see. He didn't like what he found. That makes me happy.
Well, we spit in his eye. That's always fun.
It is. Figure we'll probably be able to do that maybe 2 more times before he actually kills us.
I mean, would it be anything other than in our nature to go down swinging
No.
against a god?
No.
Fuck him. We knew this life wasn't forever.
Better out here. A lot better out here. Speaking of, where is it that we're rolling up to?
Looks like a volcano.
You've got a
Yeah,
map
that sounds like us.
you could consult if you chose.
You can, I mean, in my inventory, it says I have a children's book of teaching ABCs. So I'm pretty sure that I can understand the pictures.
Gotcha. I love that.
That's one of the kits.
Amazing.
Yep.
It's
Yep.
it's fantastic that they specify that it's for teaching
It's
ABC.
children's book.
ABCs, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. So you could probably understand the pictures. And I mean, like, a map is a map. Like, even if all the words are fucking hieroglyphs, you can still see more or less where we're going.
Well, it is the map on your screen, currently, underneath all of these characters that I've popped out for you. Actually, I did a thing today. I think. I still don't actually really know how to use Roll20, but it worked, so here we go. Well, it worked on my screen. Does it not work on your screen? Shit, I don't know how to do this. Hold on.
And you won't.
How do I make a token visible?
You
Why
would
can't you see
need to edit it and make it,
Visible.
put it
by
in all of our
us,
stuff.
all players.
That's dumb. This
Yep.
is a dumb thing. A all players journal default token properties. So that's where I have to make it visible to you guys in its specific properties.
Most likely.
It's not showing up on your stream either.
No, yeah, well that's because that's not me. That's fake
It's
me
not the
All
camera.
right, that's a camera.
for safety purposes.
Mm-hmm.
That's why.
All right, well fine. No token for you. You are approximately here.
Okay, that's where I thought.
Yeah.
Right.
I see the thing for the volcano.
Yeah, that's your aisle. If somebody who reads chooses to look at the map, I even have a name for you.
I read. I will look at the map.
Delightful. This is the Isle of Redfall, and as you look upon it, you see that there are 2 or 3 ports that seem easily accessible while also being easy to get away from. There are, of course, a couple of others. Should you... Player permissions! I found it. Can you see it? Is there a ship there?
No.
That's
What
fucking
layer is
dumb.
it
I
on?
hate this.
What layer is it on?
I only have 1 layer. I don't have anything. I don't have a dungeon or a map. It's just 1 layer.
You should have a token layer and a map layer. Are you sure that it's on the token layer and not the map layer? Or even the GM layer, because there's also a 3rd layer that only you can see.
Yep.
Okay. Map. I don't know.
It's fucking
If
fireball.
you right click on it, there should be you right click on it. There it is.
We
there
see
we
it.
are.
Okay.
See it.
All right. There you go. Ta-da!
We're
You're
under
pulling up on this island. Thank you for all your help pointing it out with your delightful explosions. Is the white one Harambe? Because him and the sea.
No, actually, no. that was me making fun of Harambe.
God damn.
Sorry. Am I supposed to be keeping us in line? I don't know who put me in charge.
Yeah.
You.
Not as easy as you think, huh?
You
That's
did
right.
it.
There are a couple of easily accessed ports that you can see you could choose from. 1 to the north, 1 to the west, and 1 to the south. There are
To the
also
south.
to the south. Okay. So that would be the Weirwood Sands. And if that's where you're navigating, you are able to reach that fairly quickly.
How do you spell that?
Weirwood. Weirwood Sands. That's it.
Thank you.
On a beach. As you approach the isle on the ship, again, this is the roll we made a very long time ago to get here. There are a couple of things you notice about this particular port. Lots of these ships, most of them, in fact, docked here, look like they probably belong to other pirates. I mean, you've got a type. You've got the people are always more colorful, more unrefined, and more wild than, say, law or common born, just sailors. And as you look out across, approaching, finding a place that your ship will fit, you do see that predominantly this appears to be a free port, if not a free isle entirely. There are a couple of ships unloading, a couple of loading, some that just look like trade vessels if you were looking to make any sort of sales or pick up any sorts of cargo. Otherwise, the docks await you, and there is an entire city to be explored. But Cray, I believe, was asking where you were, and that's the answer as you come out, approaching this port, these ships.
How's it look? Does it look like a full blown like town, like a just a settlement, or is there anything that we can just like see from the ship to be like, this is like a mining settlement, or this is like or whatever?
Yeah, sounds like you'd like to size up the situation. Is that correct?
That sounds exactly right.
Delightful. I can answer your question after you roll me 2d6 plus your vinegar.
Which is 2d6.
Delightful.
That's a 7.
That's technically still enough, so.
The best kind of enough.
That's right. It's not enough for an experience, because you don't get that. You always roll too well.
Fuck. Oh well.
What too good?
So, on a 7, you only get 1 question. I'm not going to make you choose from the list because you've kind of given me the thing that you want. So, as you look out across the port, has Nar shared the name of this place, the name of the isle or the port?
Yes, I have shared both with my brother.
You look out across the shore, and it's actually fairly small. There's a lot of wood here, actually. You're noticing. Don't. You're noticing.
Okay. 2 seconds.
Not a single thing I've said this evening. I've seen you over and over. You're like, oh, yeah. They're
Bullshit.
There's some context to be had here. In a world where the sea is a living entity and has recently enough, within living memory, washed away the entirety of the land and reformed the world in a new and better, according to her, image. Things like timber and ships are a high demand items. If you don't have a ship and the sea is angry and she washes away the shores again, what will you do but drown? If you have a ship and you are not near an isle with a plentiful farm for timber or otherwise woods, how will you make repairs? And so, not quite as valued as Leviathan Blood Inc., but high up there, especially among wealthy nobility and the law, is wood. It's the only way to survive should the sea become angry once more, and her affection, as you've noticed, I'm sure, is fickle and changing like the shores that she creates. Even so, as you look across this place, the docks are well maintained, almost entirely of wood. There are trees here, large, well-established forests of entirely gray trees. They have leaves that are currently in the deep colors of autumn. The shore is small, immediately into this cliff and high angles, and then into the forest around the city. But looking out across after taking in the timber available and their happy and plentiful use of it. You see a couple of other things about the isle. The path seems to be steep, going up from the docks into what appears to be the higher and more desirable neighborhoods. Not uncommon, but it's steep. There are paved pathways with handrails to help you get up and up and up towards the other things. You see a couple of things that look like they're probably taverns. There appears to be an inn of some sort, and lots of people sort of dance about, small still as you're approaching, especially up in the higher levels of the port, but plentiful and seemingly comfortable. They walk about as though there's not a fear to be had.
Keep Siegfried on the ship. We cannot start a fire here.
I think it was your captain starting fires, wasn't it?
Hey,
No,
that
he didn't
wasn't my
start a-
fault.
He didn't start a fire. He just became.
Yeah.
He didn't start.
Not I was trying to
It
not
was always
do it,
burning when the... Okay. I wanna do a thing.
Yeah. I'll
I
probably
wanna
let
turn
you.
into a large crow and fly off of the ship and surveil the area.
Amazing. You have to roll to make that transformation?
I have to channel, so yeah, I do need to roll.
Fabulous.
11.
Oh, wonderful. Then I believe it goes quite easily.
I want it to be seen by all the other ships that we're kind of docked next to. Like I want to be out on like the prow. Is that the right
Yeah,
word?
Yeah,
that's
you just want to like Captain Morgan up there and just.
Yeah, and then just turn into a large like raven, and then fly off over the island.
I just want to check in with you here because I don't know if we've discussed
Am I not supposed to do these things in front of people?
demons and the perception of demons in the world.
Right. Uh-huh.
Well, our ship looks like it does, so.
Well, yes, but you know the three are colorful folk. It's not necessarily a huge concern. However, there's a small excerpt here about demons that I'd like to read to you, and then offer you an opportunity to change your mind.
I want to ask, and I don't know if this will be covered in your excerpt.
Okay.
Are there other sources of like magical ability? Like people, would they know immediately that that's where the source of my power comes from?
For the most part, yes.
We seeing like, if there's a tavern out there, there's two like, what are the two like old Muppets names?
Oh,
Something in
yeah, the
Waldorf.
spectators.
They're,
I know who you're
they're
talking
just sitting there looking down over the bay like, that's a demon.
Yeah, it's a demon.
That's a demon.
Yeah.
There's one. He's rolled into town.
That bar has the demons in them.
I guess my interpretation of the world was that there were like many sorts of magical intervention, but if there's not,
there are lots of things, but specifically, again, let me read this to you.
Yep.
Everyone in the sea hates and fears demons. Here are some things people associate with demons. Only some of them are accurate. Fire, especially dark fire. Shadows in the night. Shape changers, especially those who change faces. Large weird birthmarks. Eyes where they shouldn't be. Casting no reflection. And owls.
And owls?
And
Specifically owls?
Specifically owls, yes.
I love that one's just tacked on the end just
Owls.
by, you know. Because.
Birthmarks.
In that...
Owls.
In that regard, I will be on the prow of the ship, and I will kind of like go down into the hole and then come flying out of the ship as a raven, so that people don't necessarily see the change, but do associate the bird with the ship.
Perfect. That's fine. I'm happy to do that. Yes, very specifically shape changing on the list.
That is fair. Of course it is. And fire.
I probably come
And
off
fire.
worse than you, and I may or may not have a demon. Maybe I do. Maybe it's the same thing. Who knows?
As I'm kind of surveilling and flying, and we can get to this whenever you need to. I also want to have a conversation with said source of power, but that can be later. So.
Sure. Okay. So anybody on the deck or in the on the poop deck, on the deck or on the first level of the ship below decks does see the captain change, or at least this bird emerge from your ship, and you are able to go out and surveil. Is there anything in particular you're looking for here, or?
Signs of Dagon, number one. Additionally, like bars, places of interest, potentially valuable things in the vicinity of this port. Just kind of like maybe threats, maybe like looking for Navy or lace people as well. Like just kind of threat assessing /
Yeah.
getting a lay of the land kind of thing.
Go ahead and roll to size up for me here. It's 2d6 plus your vinegar, but I will say, because you are essentially disguised and or less noticeable to people on shore. I mean, obviously anybody around the ship has seen your bird escape from yours,
Right.
but as you go about, you would just simply be a creature that exists. And so I'll give you take a +1 to that for sort of staying hidden and not having a bad
Excellent.
fail state.
That makes my roll a 2d6 roll.
Ta-da!
10! Hey, there
All right.
we go.
Okay, it's great.
Not the worst thing in the world. Though I
Okay.
need to fail. I need 1 experience, goddammit. All right, never mind.
Get bad. Okay, so
We've been getting good for so long.
I know.
Goes against my nature.
You have, with a 10, 2 answers waiting for you. You've given me the questions you're looking for. So I have a couple of things to tell you about. One of the first things you notice as you are looking out, sort of assessing the potential threats here and things that you may come across, is that there does appear to be some sort of police force. If they are, particularly law, if they are specifically Navy, or if they are otherwise simply, keeping the peace within the city, because it appears to be a large and bustling port. It's not super clear from the distance that you are able to survey. They do seem to be welcome. Well respected among the people for the most part, especially again in the upper and higher levels of this highly stacked city. Down towards the docks, they are of course a little bit less favorably looked upon. When things are tighter, when belt purses are smaller, people are less fond of those who keep things in line. But otherwise, that is something you clock immediately. You do see a couple of temples. If you are keen about going in and looking closer at them, you will find that there is a Temple of Dagon. Again, small. This one does appear more established than the prior one. Not tucked away in a corner, but not central either. This doesn't seem like... This is not a core belief system here. It is not the central temple. It is not a fancy thing, but it is not hidden away in a corner or unestablished. They have certainly taken root here.
Not the newest one, but definitely, yeah, okay.
And those, I think, both are well within your ask of danger. The other thing you've asked for is sort of either like treasure or things of value, things that might be useful to you. As you make another pass across the city looking for these things, you spot a couple of things that may be of interest to you and your crew. As you come by the docks, you see a small fight has broken out outside of one of the buildings that looks like a tavern. And you hear them grumbling about cheating. And that we don't tolerate cheats here. As you continue through, you spot a number of warehouses with supplies inside them. A shipwright off towards the eastern side of the city, of the docks. And as you, again, climb higher up the sheer cliffs, you do see the wealth grow. Instead of wearing sort of ratty clothes, you see people in much finer things, bedecked in jewels. There seems to be some sort of class system, perhaps, or otherwise wealth disparity up in the upper levels. If you can get there and go either unnoticed or be welcomed, you may be able to make use of some of the extra things all of these people seem to be flaunting.
Mm-hmm.
Was there anything in particular as far as useful to you that you were looking for?
Are there any like shinies that are out that a crow could swoop down and or a raven could swoop down and steal?
That's
Like ring, necklace.
Yes, certainly. I'll make you roll for it, though.
Absolutely, I would love that.
I think for that purpose, roll with your blood doesn't seem right. Maybe that's a clever trick, right? You've shifted forms. You're simply a bird. Nobody would falter at a bird in the sky. And you're going to attempt to steal something. If you roll a 10 plus here, you do get an additional luck.
What am I rolling?
Sorry, 2d6
clever trick.
Plus your vinegar. Clever trick, yes.
Is this one of those things where I get the +1 because I'm a bird?
Yeah, I'll give you that. Absolutely.
Yes. Okay, then it's still just a straight roll. Come on. Actually, you know what? Failure works here for me too.
Oh, that's good because you failed.
Cool.
Go ahead and mark one experience, and I believe that brings you to a level.
I'll be spending that immediately. But go ahead. I want to know how horrible I did.
So, as you're making your patrols, you have spotted essentially a gold chain, a couple of danglies charms off of it, and you think to yourself, "Wow, that's just sitting there, perfect, right for the taking." As you swoop down to grab hold of it, you are intercepted by a very large owl. You clash in the sky, narrowly avoiding...
An owl, you say?
An owl, indeed. Weird that you made me point this out to you right before the... you clash in the air.
Are we like the Spider-Man meme? Are we pointing at each other?
Your feet are tangled, your feathers fly. You are able to break away without taking any damage. Slightly disoriented from the collision. You can choose to fight about this if you desire and get into a scrap, or you can turn tail and fly away, depending on what your...
We just rolled in. I'm gonna turn tail.
Mhm.
I'm gonna not get into a scrap. I don't want to deal with this. But I am gonna note that it's an owl specifically for reasons.
Can one call it a weird owl?
No, and take -1 to your next roll.
Yeah.
You don't have to take -1. It's easy enough to return to your ship. You do see a couple of your crew sort of looking anxiously out over the sides, wondering if they are free to go, if they are to work beforehand. The sun is rising. It's early morning as you reach your crew once more. Still a bird.
Yes, I will duck back into the pole and change back, and then kind of pop out next to my brother and just mention that there is a temple and inform him of all of that. Let the crew know that there is a law presence on the island and they don't tolerate cheats, so let's be on our best behavior. Additionally, I would like to let Scrubs.
Yes.
I would like to find them and say, make yourself useful, be a shadow. If you manage to bring back something of value, it would go a long way in your coming up on the ship.
They, as they often are very quiet, but they nod before you, before pulling up their hood and sort of fading into the background. If you attempt to watch them leave, you are able to see until they are off the ship the path that they take, and then they melt into the crowds and are unspottable from there.
I do not attempt to see them go. I trust that they're going to do what they're going to do.
Fabulous.
Craig passes all that information around.
As we make port here, Captain, do you have orders for your crew?
Restock. I will tell Lucas to get one more barrel of gunpowder extra for Skane. And then I will also mention to the doctor that we could use some more space on the ship if there are any crew that are in need of medical attention. And I think he knows what I mean by that regard, but...
Gotcha. Don't get shot.
He doesn't. He just nods.
If you have any experiments that you would like to do, we could use the extra room. At least until the ship rearranges itself again.
If those are the orders and the doctor...
The doctor's not immediately going off and skipping with glee.
Sure.
He's going to give the people the opportunity to do what the captain said.
Okay. In which case, as people begin to disembark, none of them making any clear indication now whether they are doing as you've asked or planning to find their passage elsewhere after leading the crew. In this moment, they make their ways down the docks, and as their appearance draws attention, the harbor master comes forward. He sees your ship, waves you down, is looking for somebody to speak to.
I will address them.
Welcome, Captain, I'm sure. Could I have your name and the name of your vessel and your purpose of visiting us today?
I'm Captain Nar, and my vessel is the Bleak Omen, and we are here to resupply and spend lots of money in your local economy.
Delightful. We do love other people's money. Glad to have you. Is there any indication of how long you'll be here?
Few nights. We don't intend to stay long. We have other places to be.
Of course, of course. Well, Captain Nar, I'll note that you are here. It's a couple of gold for the docking fees.
I will provide.
If you put
Additionally, I have a question for you, Harbor Master. Issue with a couple of old crewmates. They had a bit of a spice addiction. You know, where they might purchase things of that nature, should they have to feed their need.
I'm sorry, you're looking for what exactly? As your fates here? I've lost the thread, and I apologize. I was taking notes about what you told the harbor master, and I missed it.
Fair. I have a vial of spice that I would like to sell. I'm kind of coyly asking where one might go to sell such a thing.
Legal goods? He's asking.
Questionable.
Well, Now, you'll have to be cautious who you go asking, but down here on the docks, we try not to judge our freedom friends. As it is, however, the shops in the upper tier are quite fond of exotic goods. Spices falling well within that. If they are questionable instead, you might find there are a couple of people who ask less questions about where and how you've acquired things. Typically in the second tier, we call it the grog tier. That said, if you make your way up there and are caught by our delightful police force, you'll find they don't take kindly to such things. You could always give it to me, and I could see if I can get anything done for you, but of course, if I were to be caught, I wouldn't be putting my neck out for it.
Fair. Fates, is spice illegal? Like, is it? I assumed based on like the description and the fact that it causes spice eater trouble, like an addictive sort of thing, that it was probably an illegal substance. But it just came with my stuff, so I don't know what it is really.
Let me look at your character sheet really quickly. If you're just saying it's probably, I think spice eater trouble is in fact like essentially, you know, if you eat hot, spicy food all the time and then you go back to things that aren't hot and spicy, you're kind of bored by the lack of pain. But give me just a moment to double check that, and I'll confirm.
A whole bunch of people running around with like flaming hot Cheetos problems. Like, they just can't.
No.
If it's
Got any
not,
habaneros, man?
if there's no
Black
ghost
pepper.
pepper, it's not worth
Ooh, yeah.
having.
Black
Oh,
pepper.
oh.
Yes,
These are
pepper.
really white people. Black pepper.
Well, I mean, fair. No, I think that is simply like season your food spice. An exotic good, but not an illegal one.
Okay, well then never mind. But I would have still asked for like hey, where could we unload some stuff if we needed to, sort of questions. But as for the follow-ups with the whole spice thing, just
Sure.
Disregard.
Yeah. There's a fine market up in the upper tier. They'll be happy to see any wares you have for sale. Otherwise, you could always try your luck at a tavern, see if anybody's just looking to purchase something before it gets all the way up to those frilly fancy boys. If you are content to hand over your money, he takes it from you and gives you this advice and says, "Welcome to the Weirwood Sands. We're happy to have you, Captain Nar, and I'm sure your crew will be on their best behavior."
Always. Thank you.
Aren't you always? Yes, indeed. Try not to kill anybody. They don't take kindly to that around here. And
Wouldn't dream of it.
with that note,
Going
he
back on the ship.
makes an escape.
Looks like I can't get off this.
I believe we are coming to a good point for a break before we shift here. How are we doing on you time today, Nar? You got...
I was just gonna mention the 30 minutes. So
Okay.
if I'm willing to keep going for another 30 if you wanna go, but like.
How are we feeling? Do you guys want to hold out for 30 more minutes and then take a break? Do we want to take a break and just be quick about it?
Break's good.
Break's good?
Yeah.
Whatever works.
Okay, so let's take a quick break here, and we will rejoin the stream soon. 5-10 minutes is usually where we end up. We'll see you all shortly. Hello, welcome. We
Not-
return.
Not a gremlin.
Woohoo.
I'm a goblin, goddammit.
You
Different.
I always,
Better be careful
I always
around me.
forget that there's this extra game broadcast chat that I never look at.
I can't look at it because it moves all your camera frames around, and then just breaks
Uh-huh.
everything.
You don't
So
you don't want to look at
it's
it.
probably
anyway.
for the
It's
best
too
too, because then
distracting.
everybody on stream would be able to see it, and I'm sure that would be bad.
Yeah, no.
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 I think that would be great for them.
I mean, it'd be fun.
So, recapping just a little bit of information for our viewers who didn't hear what we were talking about, and checking in with you guys. You are a legendary ship with great power and fame to your name. Would you guys like to use your legacy and test renown here? Would you like to hold off and decide about that later?
Let's let the captain go first. You got places to be too.
It's true. If that's the case, then, Captain, you have some things you'd like to address. What does that look like?
So, first and foremost, I'm going to find a place quiet and away from the hustle and bustle of the crew doing what they're doing. Probably the heart chamber, because that's where I'm going to end up regardless.
Okay.
But down in the bowels of the ship, alone, I'm going to reach into my mind, reach out to the one that I share it with. I feel that it's only necessary to remind you that our agreement, the whole deal that we struck, is that you keep my brother, despite the monthly issues. Though after this last transformation, it seems to be rougher, seems to be more of a toll taken on his body. So I just would like to ask you, are you up to this deal? Is it something that you can manage?
You're familiar with the power of your demon, what it feels like when you call upon her to speak, to do your bidding, to assist you in whatever sort of trial or tribulation you're facing. As you summon this entity in its attempt to speak to it, that power, again, a very addictive feeling, begins to wash like the tide coming in across you. You feel her attention, and as you continue to speak, asking your question, making your not so subtle accusations, that power rises, growing, and rather than the thrill of power that you usually feel here, it is uncontrolled, in the way when something goes wrong and begins to escape you. In fact, you recently have had a moment where you lost control of the power, where it did not go as you had planned, and this feels like it's heading in that direction. You're not, I think, unfamiliar with her displeasure, given the relationship you create with her. And so you know that perhaps that is what you're feeling, is her anger at what you're asking. You're left with that for sort of a long time, considering that you know she's there and listening. You can feel her. Eventually, she speaks to you. She says, "Is he not in his human form now? Is he not himself? Does he not have his own mind? Because I think that was our bargain, was it not? One day, where he loses his form to a master more powerful than he. The others, safe, content within his measly mortal flesh." Is that correct?
Yes.
And
But
is that...
keeping my brother, also, it was discussed, keeps him alive. And if he comes back not alive, I feel that that would void our terms. If the change becomes too much, if it becomes too hard, if he doesn't change back because of a god or deity more powerful than him and his mortal flesh, and maybe you.
You insult me. You insult his caller as well, don't you? Did you not just defile his temple, kill his priests, and then expect there to be no repercussions from the being that pulls his power through the moon?
Repercussions aside, if you are incapable of our agreement, then I'm open to the renegotiation of your terms.
I am far more than capable of find, given that his flesh rent in half only hours ago, tearing him apart and re-mending him into this form that you seem to care so deeply for. I think I've held my end of the bargain just fine. I do think as well that if you continue to act out like children angry at their father, you'll find that the call of power becomes more and more uncomfortable. I can keep him in his flesh. I can keep him mostly alive, as is within my responsibilities. But if he should act in such a way as to get himself killed, well, that's not really my problem, is it? And I do think that pissing on the deity that stole his flesh in the first place is perhaps not a good way to go about keeping him healthy and well. And I don't think that's my problem either. I've given him flesh. I've given him form and control. Is that not what I promised you?
For now, our agreement stands. I grant you that we spit in the eye of Dagon. But you, you know, we continue and will continue to spit in that eye. You know that we are going to push and push and push. And I know that you know, because that's why you signed up. You want the power as much as I want the power, as much as he wants the power. So, what I'm asking you is if you're in this for the long ride or the short term. Because I had thought it was the former. But based on his reaction to this past change, I'm worried that maybe you're not as convicted on this path as I am. And I'm just casually asking if we are on the same page as I once thought we were.
Of course, we are on the same page. We both want to see the fall of that creature who seeks too much power, sinking his claws into every city he can get his hands on, digging down, converting people, stealing children from families. Of course I don't want him to go in power. But you've offered me very little since our deal was made, and I don't know how you expect me to contest that. Unless, of course, there were other things that you wanted to do. Increase our power together. You know, I find that acting out against a god is a foolhardy task without the right support. And I do think that there are things in this world that could help our power grow together. You understand. I can lead you to something that might help. I could ask that you spend more time sending power my way. Items of power sacrificed to me, after all, would increase my strength. I might be better able to battle him as he chooses to punish somebody so tightly squashed beneath his thumb. But for now I have only what you give me, and what I can do is keep him alive and bound in that sticky human skin.
She would feel the irritation fade, as I am legitimately excited for the prospect of more power.
If that's
Maybe
the
you're
case,
right.
the power that you feel too becomes once more that thrilling, enjoyable, powerful sensation.
There is something to be said for the effect and the alignment that we share. I believe it's part of the reason we latched on together so well, which I think you would agree. And yes, I am harsh because I care about him deeply.
Disgusting, really,
Yeah.
but I understand. Mortals.
Get used to it. You'll feel it
It's awful.
for as long as we're together. But maybe you're right. Maybe I should give in a little. After all, I make deals. It's kind of our thing. I am not opposed to seeking out treasures, things that would increase our collective power and thus enable you to do more in service and aid to one another. So yeah, let's do that. I didn't hate losing control back there, though you could not scorch my crewmates' faces. To be fair, he had it coming, but in the future.
I think he looks better now, really.
He's less annoying to look at. Point being, perhaps I was too harsh. I forget sometimes that we align in many ways. So yes, I agree. I will give more if you, in turn, give more.
Well, darling of mine, I have something to offer you then. If I am correct in reassessing your intentions, if you are no longer angry and bitter, you know, that goo, that viscous magical fluid your doctor took from the temple?
The goo that I believe you said siphons power towards Dagon, yes.
That's right. That's right. It does siphon power towards him. It would be a fatal error to ingest or inject into one of your friends, but it does hold power, doesn't it? And if you were to sacrifice it to me rather than rub it on your skin, I might be able to draw the power of those sacrifices into myself. Grow our strength a little bit. See what sort of things we could do then. Convert the draw of power that he gains from it into power that we gain from it.
You saw the temple on this island.
I did.
I have a sinking suspicion that you know if there are more that substance has been used on there.
I may know. I think that if we...
I know nothing is for free.
Andy?
Should I sacrifice this to you? Say before my brother decides to go and say hello. would it weaken those there enough, siphon the power enough away to give them more of an advantage?
You ask a lot, don't you? But I understand you were angry. I understand that it is disappointing that my power does not yet fully rip the touch of Dagon from your brother. And so I'll answer this question for you on me. The fluid that you have was directly connected to the beings you killed. Nowhere near as powerful now as it was while they lived trapped beneath his temple. I do not believe that it will give you any sort of advantage against the poor, unfortunate souls who worship at his temple now. But if there are more of them there who have made similar sacrifices, the power within that sacrifice may give you some sort of boon.
In agreeing to sacrifice these things to you, provide you with additional power to share with me,
Of course.
I'm assuming this doesn't alter our initial terms related to, well, let me put it this way. I know that you would most likely, me to be out of the picture, you get the body. You get to do with what you want. I know. I'm shocked you don't love me. It's okay. Point being, you're with me for the long term until such time as I speak those final words. Correct? As per the initial agreement?
Correct.
So in giving you additional power, I have nothing to worry about when it comes to my brother's ability to remain himself and mine.
I don't like freebies. So I ask you this. Do you remember when you sat beneath the moon at home on your isle prior to your brother's change, and you reminisced about the days before you were pulled so deeply into the hands of the temple?
Yeah?
Give me that memory. Just simply the evening. I'll take it. It's really not much. And I'll answer more questions for you.
You ask for the last good memory of my brother and I before we joined into this wonderful world? I don't know that I can give you that one.
Do you have something better to offer me? I have an idea. You remember that feeling stepping on to this ship when you finally made your escape from the Isle? Once you gained your freedom finally?
The relief, the
excitement.
joy, the excitement, yes.
I'll take that instead. The feeling.
Okay.
In that moment. You'll remember, of course, joining. A deal?
A deal.
I'll tell you
You can
this.
take that.
Her power washes over you. In that same way when it runs out of your control. Very briefly. And as it fades, you feel mostly the same. You will find, thinking back to those first days on the ship, that it's kind of hollow now. You remember what happened, what the things you learned, the people you met, but it's very empty. That said, she will answer your questions.
Real quick, I will say, do I recollect that I once had feelings there and that she has taken them, like, or is that just gone now too?
No, I'd say you'd be aware that it is something she took from you.
Okay.
I'm not currently powerful enough to fight his pull. I can give your brother back his flesh when the moon falls. I can maintain his form every night in between. But as we continue to work against Dagon and step on his toes, kill his followers, he is bound to grow more angry and more aware of what we are doing. As I and you grow in power, I will do what I can to ease the struggle that comes from his ire for your brother. But I don't particularly care for him. This is something you care about. And so in return, I ask that, given our shared plans, our shared future, and our desire to work towards the same cause, that you, despite what pain it may cause him, and knowing that I will do my best, continue the course of action. Make him angry. Steal his power for ours until we are powerful enough to take him down. That's what I want. You know this.
And you know that it's what I want.
And so, we will work together with these things in mind, yes? I will do what I can for his comfort despite the power and anger, and the more power I gain, the easier it will be to contest the pull, the pain, and the sacrifice that your brother makes.
I will get you more of the fluid, and I will offer what we already have to you as well. And I know you don't like to give freebies. So let me make a mutual beneficial suggestion. Find me items. Hint at them. Give me the barest that you can of locations for things that I can use to channel our shared abilities in ways that would deal with the things that Dagon will send. Tomes, things of strange, magical nature that I can utilize with our abilities. Things that would make us more of a thorn in his side. Not as a freebie, but as a mutually beneficial.
Do you suggest that you will sacrifice to me the power of these items in exchange for the ability to unleash them at your will?
That is exactly what I suggest.
I find I am delighted by this.
I need conduits, and you know that. I think that was evident with the large Leviathan that we dealt with. I had no way to channel beyond the light show that we put on and the damage that we did cause as a fireball attached to it. But I feel that there's more that we can do, and I think you do too.
I do believe there is more, and I like this plan. Her excitement is intense. There is something you haven't experienced from her before, because she doesn't particularly like you. She works with you because you've offered her something, and you have aligned yourselves towards the same goal. But in this moment, she is joyous. And that is a feeling both more frightening and more potent than the addictive pool of power you typically feel. I will take those powers and I will make them accessible to you. You give me the item, sacrifice its strength to me, and I will make sure that it is something you can reach once more. Growing our strength together. Yes?
Be careful. I think you're starting to like me.
Don't flatter yourself. And her power begins to fade away.
Ugh, okay.
As always, after communing with her, when the power begins to seep away, ebbing out like the tide leaving the shore, it does leave you feeling a little bit empty, a little bit hollow, much like those memories now, and it's uncomfortable, but manageable.
Fair. I will kind of lead right into starting that ritual and
Sure.
and pulling on that just to. And in the chamber with the heart, I will also commune with the ship to gain whatever bonuses that I can, spending my bond with the ship to speak.
Happy to do so. We are definitely beyond what you called for out.
I know. I'm okay.
Okay.
I'm invested and I'm excited. So
Okay.
I'm willing to push further.
Just double
He
check
loves
it.
cutting deals with demons. As
I do love
established.
cutting deals with demons. It's kind of my thing.
Delightful. So you're going to start by spending a bond with the ship in order to
Yes.
commune with its voice. Is that correct?
Correct.
Just to double check for this in particular, because it's something that everybody could do if they chose to, or could be part of if they chose to. Does anybody else seek to commune with the ship while we're doing this? And is there any reason that you would have barred them from being able to do so?
I would not have barred them from being able to do so. No.
I mean, Cray does have the 3-dot bond with the ship. I don't know if that'd be helpful.
It will make no change except, if you wanted to learn something also, or if you were interested in learning the same thing that your captain is learning now. You could also later use that 3 bond for taking history, as we discussed earlier. But this is very
Probably
much
not.
the moment to hear from the voice. Okay.
Probably here.
So, you spend a bond, and you ask the ship to share with you from your options: an object you seek, a secret you wish to know, or an enemy you wish to kill.
I think a secret that I wish to know would fit the best in this regard.
Certainly. How does this work? Ship playbook. You know what? I know how it works. Fuck it, I don't care. This is how it works. As
I like
you focus on this bond you share with the ship and seek the answer that you are looking for. You're trying to investigate this woman, somebody that is sort of vaguely known on the ship, but perhaps no longer in the front memory of anybody still present.
Right.
The room around you dims. The sound of the heart grows louder and louder and louder until you hear nothing but the beat of the heart. It's very quiet, except for this sound. Until the scene before you, the darkness begins to mold and shift and become something more. You see familiar, the ship. It looks a bit different. You've seen it change a bit. The maw on the prow shifting, the dripping of red from its teeth becoming more or less frequent. And so it's not necessarily a surprise that this is not exactly your ship, but you know it to be the Omen all the same. And as you watch, there is a woman who boards with a familiar face of Captain Callisto. They seem to be speaking. There is an exchange of coin. Very small amount, it looks like, given the state of the woman, her frayed hair, or her wild hair, her frayed clothing, and her weak and sort of frail body. You gather this is everything she could afford. And while Callisto does not look pleased, she seems to have made some sort of agreement. You watch as they set sail. Days spinning into nights, slowly and faster. The light flickers as time passes until you see something you've heard recounted to you already. A man, large, burly, with the looks of one who often swings a hammer. The carpenter looks up from his work, turns and looks about, seems to sniff the air, before crawling out of the ship's belly, up onto the deck. He stands up once more and begins to attack the crew. As the screaming begins, the woman appears. A fear on her face as well. He turns, he swings at her, and she takes injury. She falls to the ground. She looks deeply injured. There is more fighting. You see Skane taking shots at the carpenter. You see the doctor turn to care for this woman. The familiar flag of a pirate lord appears on the horizon. When the ship meets as you watch, they hand this woman over to them. She looks unhappy. She howls and spits and claws, attempting to break free as they pass her over. Her mouth moves, and for the first time, you hear sound other than the beating heart. You hear her voice as she curses at the ship. She swears on the power of herself and her ancestors that the ship will no longer fare well, that more like what happened to that man will happen to the rest of them, and she wishes them the most painful, slow deaths any god could possibly put upon anybody who continues to crew the Omen. As her voice fades, the heartbeat swells once more, and you find that after a period of silence, you can hear the sounds of the port again around you. Your crew move about the ship. There are still repairs being done. People call out, organizing things. You hear Lucas grumbling about having to buy more black powder. And as you come back fully to your senses, you know that this is what the ship has to offer you.
I understand. Now it's my turn. And I will initiate my downtime of performing a ritual and see if I can locate this person.
To that end, I think that we will set your ritual and perform it next time.
Okay.
That will give me time to get you good and happy and thorough answers instead of bullshit, which is what I'd prefer in this case. And so if you are amenable to such things, then I think we'll pick that up next time. Yeah.
Works for me. Thank you
Delightful.
all. Thank you for letting me talk all night, because I feel like it's just me, usually.
It's because these guys do silly, goofy things and beat things up, and then you're like, deep pirate things.
I mean, I got a demon in my head. I got to do stuff. It's important.
Okay, I am going to switch us over to the other. Oh yeah, it works. The other call format, and then you're free to go without breaking anything. And thank you for being here this evening.
Excellent. Thank you all. I will talk to you later. And Mizuki, I will talk to you probably in the downtimes of actual downtimes. So.
Sounds good. Yes.
But anyway, good night, everybody. Thanks. Sorry, I got to bamf out of here.
It's all good.
Don't do anything I wouldn't do. Don't get in trouble.
What wouldn't you do?
Never.
That means everybody
That's a
go make
better
a deal with the
question.
demon. Let's go.
Yeah, do that. There's probably at least one here. All right, later, guys.
Bye.
Right.
Okay, friends. You've learned some things listening this evening, but as far as most of your characters are concerned, you're tending to the port. What is it that you all are getting up to? Or
I know what I'm doing.
Well, I would probably
no.
add that I'm probably also approaching my limit. We're getting there.
sure, yeah, we are closer to
or-
end time than usual.
Yep. But I don't think Cray actually has anything in particular that he would be doing that would be like good for like downtime stuff. I think initially what he would probably be doing is like he's got one treasure to spend. He would probably go and try and find like placement parts or like extra wood trade for the ship repairs, something like that. Generally just getting shit in order before I start fucking with this Temple of Dagon.
Sure. Perhaps seeking out the shipwright and seeing about repairs and maintenance and other things you could keep.
What heavy thing can I lift to bring back to you to help out, kind of thing. And he does have
Gotcha.
money to contribute to.
Okay. I've also heard you say that you're sort of reaching your end point. I think that talking to the shipwright, making a bargain, dealing with that is something that is important enough to have its own scene. So if you would like to hold off on that and sort of mill about with the others, or perhaps join in if they're going tavern hunting or anything like that. Meanwhile, we can pick that up also next time. I do think that we've got 15-20 minutes of other
fair.
adventures.
I can do that.
If there are things that you guys would like to look at tonight, if the rest of you are also tired, it's not a bad place to wrap up. I simply did not want to force you to watch the captain do cool ship things and then be like, all right, and that's it, y'all suck, bye.
He's good at making an end monologue to an episode.
I feel like I was quite proficient in premonition.
That was good. That was good. I mean, it was
So-
a fucking curse.
So I do have a couple questions. How many people left the ship with their stuff?
So far,
Fair.
if you've been
Do I need to lend
paying
you
close
this?
attention, 3
I
of
would
them.
be. That's it?
3 people have left with their belongings.
How many do we need to clear out?
12.
Oh, well.
I got 9. Fantastic. We'll deal with that a little later. That's for another
I feel
day.
like that is cannon fodder for the temple run.
Well, we're gonna deal with that in a little.
That's called the front line for the temple run.
I'm going to investigate the Dagon Temple.
Yeah, I would have to
'Cause
tag
my-
along on that.
My premonition from death involves the Dagon Temple.
Mine doesn't. Mine's a drill sergeant at a law port. We're not at a law port.
Yeah.
But I will also go kill Dagon Temple because I like.
Well,
killing things.
I wouldn't tell you.
Well,
So
if Cray's going, I'm gonna go.
I wouldn't tell anybody.
yeah, the question is, are you doing this as in you'd like to roll investigate, see what you can learn about the temple, and that in that process go see it?
And also see if anything looks familiar.
Okay.
Because I know what will happen if I bring this. It won't be what I want it to be, what I need
It
it to
won't be a
at
stealthy
this-
recon session.
Yeah, it won't be at the moment what I needed.
Okay.
Hey, if everybody's
What?
dead, you weren't discovered.
We're not practicing heavy stealth.
Thank you. Read my
Not-
mind.
We are not practicing heavy stealth.
I was never detected if everybody's dead.
I
Okay.
was never detected if nobody suspected me.
That is certainly something we can do. Is there anybody else Inigo, did you have plans for what you're doing as we make port here today? Because I've
did.
seen you
Oh,
also sitting there
yeah.
having plans. I think that it'd be a good place to end on your temple investigation as our sort of first actual downtime roll. What is it that you had in mind over there?
So, as per the fact that I am currently impassioned
Uh-huh.
and I need to break a heart to end the status, I would like to find a lovely lady to
Oh, it's tavern
woo
time.
and then break her heart. It's
Who is going to the
tavern time.
tavern with Inigo? He's out to go make love and break hearts. Are you guys going to go drink with him? Are you going to let him go out on his own?
Oh, you guys have done goof.
Oh, all right. I think this is a much.
We have too much. We don't have enough crew space. It's fine if you disappear.
I will say, in that case, a more lighthearted piece here of going to the tavern will probably end up being our end call here. So if the rest of you don't want to partake of that,
No, let him go.
okay,
This will be good.
great. I'm so excited. So there, as you make your way off of the ship, your companions tending to their own things, you see perhaps Cray heading off towards the shipwright. The doctor seems to be up to something on his own, and Skane following after, I imagine, Cray, if I had to guess, but perhaps doing some other adventuring. You find yourself alone, at least enough as to go find something fun to do. After you disembark from the ship and head down the docks, the city looms above you. It's a steep climb to the other levels. As you peer out, you see, of course, the higher up the cliffside you get, the more refined and wealthy the people and the higher quality the buildings appear to be. But there are plenty of places that are already booming, the smell of food wafting out, the sound of fistfights down by the docks, gambling a little higher up, and who knows what else even further outside of your reach at this moment. Where are you planning to head? What's your plan? A fancy place? A cheap place? A place where you might not be noticed?
Probably a place where I might not be noticed.
Okay. It's easy enough to find both in the middle and lower tiers of the city. How much money are you looking to spend? Or are you perhaps simply looking for a person of a higher taste? Somebody who's not willing to slum it all the way down by the docks? What's your plan? Where are you going?
I'd probably look for someone with a little higher taste.
Delightful. You trek up to the second tier of the city, finding that here people are dressed a little bit better, food smells a little bit better, there's less people barfing in dark alleys, and instead things are a little tidier. And as you make your way, you find that there is both a tavern and a brothel. Where are you going? It's definitely a trap.
If I have to break a heart, it's definitely a trap. Yeah. If I have to break a heart, I mean, the brothel's not the place to do that.
Would be hard probably to get them to have anything other than love for your coin, I imagine.
Just a smile on their faces. Whatever he picks, he's doomed.
Yeah, I'll go to the tavern.
Okay, delightful. The door opens without even the slightest squeak of hinges. The wood is solid and well tended under your hand as you push it open. There is a small crowd of people dressed. They're they're fine. These are clearly not the most wealthy people. It's a busy enough place. You've seen people in and out already. You're not likely to stand out as anything particularly special, even as a pirate in emo clothing. There are people at the bar. There are a couple of tables of varying degrees of groups doing certain things like gambling. Some of them seem to just be enjoying a meal together. A few people sit alone. You're welcome to make your way to any of these things or places. Or I would even say that if you wanted to, we've talked about not drawing attention to what you're up to, which is fine. This is not a place where you're likely to be remembered. You're simply another pirate among many. But if you wanted to draw attention to yourself as you entered here and see who bites, that's something you could do as well. Like fishing.
Oh. Can I size up the lone folks first?
Absolutely. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your vinegar.
Oh boy.
You can mark an experience for your failure. And tell me what it was you thought you were trying to do.
Just see if I could tell if there were any particularly lonely ladies in this tavern.
Well, once before you've been in a tavern where there was a woman sitting alone with a book, looking for travel and aid. You see a woman of a similar sort here. Her hair is pinned up. She is at a table alone. She's got food before her, a drink, but it appears to be nothing fancy. It might be ale, it may just be water. She seems quite sober. Additionally, on the other side of the bar, you see both that the woman serving drinks moves between people with ease. She is happy and flirty as she makes her way through the customers, serving drinks, stopping and chatting with people left and right. Very sociable, clearly. And there are a few tables of mixed company, men and women sitting together, loud, cheering, drinking, and having a good time. As far as somebody who looks particularly lonely, well, it depends. Do you think a woman with a book looks lonely? Or is it somebody in a social group having a drink? Or is it the bartender forced to walk between these people, speak with them, and make merry in order to keep them coming back for more to drink, more to eat, and more to do?
You know what? I'll go talk to the barmaiden.
All right. Are you going up to the bar, or are you catching her on the other side?
I'll walk up to the bar.
Great. So she is easy to find there. Tell me what it looks like as you approach and how you're getting her attention.
I approach calmly, collectedly. No major theatrics, no major pep in my step. Just the normal kind of.
No swagger, no flirtation,
swagger.
just straight-laced.
Straight-laced, yeah. That's a good way to put it. Straight-laced, and I'll have a seat, and I'll simply just raise my hand, and when she is kind of generally looking my way.
So the barmaid is a woman of decent beauty. She's got fair, pale hair, and is dressed nicely enough. There's a fair bit of cleavage on display. Her skirt's a bit short-hiked in the front to show a little leg. She's clearly comfortable with her assets. And as she comes back behind the bar and spots you, raising your hand, trying to get her attention, she comes forward and says, "Darling, this is not primary school. You don't have to raise your hand. But welcome. What can I do for you?"
Well, I was hoping I could start with a drink, my dear. Forgive me, I just wanted to be polite, I suppose, and make sure that I caught your eye is all.
Well, you've certainly caught my eye. Yeah, what's your fancy? What kind of drink can I get you? Are you looking for an ale or perhaps something stronger? Weaker
Definitely
water?
something stronger.
Oh, yes, well, tell
Something
me.
stronger than I am.
What is it you prefer? I'm sure we have it.
Do you have a blueberry mead?
Well, I imagine we have
Yes,
some
that's
sort of fruity mead.
Yes. Yes.
Yeah, let me take a look. Sure. And she will turn and go back behind the bar. Her hands light on a couple of different bottles. You see her read one and go, blueberry, and put it back. And until she eventually arrives with one, she pulls the cork out for you, and pulls a glass from beneath the counter, pours you a small amount, and says that this is the closest I've got. It says berry. That's probably good. Yes. Seasonal
Whatever
fruits, hard to
you
find.
Right, yes. Whatever you pulled will suffice, I'm sure. Will be perfect, in fact.
She fills the rest of the glass. Not a heavy pour necessarily, but a generous one all the same, and slides it over towards you. She says, 2 gold pieces.
I give her 2 gold pieces.
She looks you up and down as you pass them over, takes them both, and roll for me your plus your vinegar again, just to see if you spot what she does with this.
Nope, I don't
Okay.
see a damn thing.
No experience for this one, but I will say, yeah, no, she takes the money, she puts it away. It's delightful. Very normal, as expected. Well, you let me know if that's to your taste, and if there's anything else I can get you. And she starts to depart.
Okay. I'll wait a few minutes and drink the mead.
Great. Go ahead and roll 2d6 plus your blood. Like a constitution save, only more fun.
Oh boy.
An 8 is delightful. Much better than you've been rolling. The drink sits heavy in what is essentially an empty stomach. It's fairly early morning. You've just made port. You had a large feast the night before, but here you are on dry land now, and drinking your day away already. Not uncommon for pirates. Certainly doesn't seem to have raised any eyebrows here. But you start to feel just the hint of that alcohol as you continue to drink. And as your drink becomes less full, she returns and leans over the bar, props her chin up on her elbow, and says, "So, what did you think?"
It's delightful.
Delightful.
Absolutely delightful. I've got a question for you, if I may.
Oh, you're not the only one who does? Yes, what is it?
A lovely lady such as yourself, I'm sure, has many questions asked in a day. What is your name?
My name? Well, isn't that cute? My name's Alwyn.
Lovely name for a lovely lady. Like it.
And what of yours? Or do you prefer
Inigo.
to... Huh? Inigo. Well, I'm sure it's a pleasure to meet you. Could I interest you in another drink?
Yes, please.
She fills your glass again and looks expectantly, waiting for gold.
I give her 2 gold again.
Thank you very much. Was there anything else I could do for you, or are you set for a while?
There's something you could possibly do for me. If I may be so bold again, love to have a conversation with you when you get off work. I suppose.
Well, the day is young, but I get a nice break at lunchtime. We could perhaps revisit this then?
Absolutely.
She winks at you. She sees that you've taken a couple sips from your drink and tops it up once more before stashing the bottle and wandering away. Next to you, there is a man at the bar. And he leans over. He says, "Are you really paying her 2 gold for that?"
Why do you ask?
Well, because I make the stuff and I only charge her a silver for the bottle.
Call me a generous soul.
Well, you know, I don't mean to spoil your fun or anything, but you might be careful what you're asking for, such a lady as herself, in a place like this, but if you're simply generous, then by all means, I hope you enjoy your drink.
What exactly are you getting at?
And I think that is a question for when we come back next time.
Oh no!
Oh no. He's doomed.
I'm so doomed. Alright.
Doomed.
The date goes really well. He looks one way, he looks back, and just a lizard person has crawled out of the lady and tries to eat him.
A lizard person? No, certainly not.
That's if I was running the game. I'm afraid to see what's going to happen in your game.
That's good. That's smart.
It's somehow
Uh-huh.
worse. It's a praying mantis, a female, and she tries to eat my head.
There is such a thing called a Black Widow. Good luck with that.
Yep.
I'm in danger no matter what I picked. I knew
Uh-huh.
that going into this.
Yeah, that's the fun.
It is the fun.
As we bring our game to a close this evening, was there anything else that you guys wanted to ask or address before we call it for the night?
Yeah, I think I'm good at least.
I know that you have questions left unanswered, but we'll certainly come back to those. Otherwise, let's say goodbye to our stream. Thanks for being here. It's a delight as
Let's
always.
see how doomed I am.
We'll presumably be back next week.
Moderately doomed.
Just a little, just like grr
Moderate.
Little
version.
doom. Little doom.
Doomy
Little
doomy
doom.
doo. You know, it's fine.
Mm-mm.
See y'all
Okay,
next
sing
week.
the doom song now.